It's 0 degrees right now. It's -2 degrees outside. It's -3 now.
I can't believe this -3 degrees. It's just too crazy.
Thankfully, there's no wind, so we can't feel that much. But today morning, we started from Dingwall and we are making our way towards the Isle of Skye. And I must say that the route is so beautiful, especially with all the ice sitting on the grass and the trees.
It's a scenery we haven't quite seen before.
Yeah.
And the sun is just starting to come up over the Highland Mountains. It's so cool.
We just pull up our car at one of the parking spots on the highway and look at this view.
It's just so nice.
I like how the mountains are getting reflected on the water.
We just stopped here on our route because we found a very beautiful castle just down from the road here.
It's on a little island in between the water, and it's actually connected to the mainland by a small bridge.
They have a sign here that says no pooping. And they've written it in a bunch of languages. There's also French, German, Spanish, Italian, Chinese, Hindi. Is that Indonesian? Polish. And then Korean.
The bridge behind us is the one which connects mainland Britain all the way to this island called Isle of Skye.
So in the past, there used to be a ferry route, a ferry crossing between this side and the other side, which is the Isle of Skye. But since October 1995, a bridge was built and now it's possible to drive there. So it no longer feels like an island, it just feels like a part of the larger mainland now. So the main reason we wanted to come to the Isle of Skye was because a lot of the James Bond filming locations were here. And we always used to watch it and think, wow, that place is so beautiful. So we figured when we have come all this way up north in Scotland, we might as well pay a little visit to this part of the country and then drive across.
And then this is the only island we will be able to visit with the car because our car is not allowed to go on the ferry.
Yeah, that's true. So this one, because it's connected by road, it's a lot easier to get there.
Let me in.
It's too cold. Just arrived at Ferry Pool. We've got a bit of a climb, a hike ahead. It's super cold and very windy.
So now we just parked our car and we are going on the trail to see the ferry pools in the Isle of Skye.
It's the first time today. Actually, it's the first time that we have paid for parking after arriving in the UK. It was £8. £8, like nearly ₹1,000 to park a car just here up the road in a common parking lot, public parking lot. And I don't think I've been pinched so much ever before.
Like there's space everywhere around. It's literally empty, but still we pay for parking.
It's crazy. I think this is a bit outrageous that prices are like that. I guess people do have an earning capacity of that kind to pay these kind of prices, but as a visitor coming from Asia, it's just way too much. Anyway,
Anyways, we're going to console ourselves thinking that that's the ticket we would pay to see the ferry
place.
pools.
Yeah, exactly. We are like a bit uncomfortable on the camera right now because it's super windy and I don't think we have come fully equipped for this. It's also quite cold.
It feels like it's -5 or -6.
It's really, really cold.
I'm wearing 5 layers of clothes and Amrit is wearing 3 or 4.
I think I'm wearing 3, but my fingers pain so much from holding the
It's so hard
cameras.
to operate the camera also.
But then again, this is a new experience for us and the scenery is incredibly beautiful. You see, that's where we parked the little red car at the very beginning. I'll come down all the way to this trail, and here are the ferry ports. That one right there. It's really scenic. We enjoyed the walk. Took about 45 minutes to get up here slowly. And the sound of the water has just been very, very nice along the way.
Yeah.
Quite beautiful.
But this last part kind of reminds me of the same view we get in Java. The waterfalls in front and then the big volcanic mountain.
Yeah.
This is like a mini version of it. Look at that view, brother. It is so beautiful.
Highland cows. Oh, furry head. So we just left Ferry Pool and we befriended 2 Indians who are actually from our own hometown, Bangalore. And it just happened because we were walking on the same trail there and we heard our mother tongue, which is Kannada. And we were like, oh, somebody from home is here. And then it was so nice because we then walked up to them and chatted with them. And now we're driving together to another viewpoint. And along the way, these views are absolutely incredible. It's like we're going up and down along the mountainous path, but it's also very curvy and goes very close to the coastline. It's incredible.
Well, look who we just met.
Sheep.
Scottish sheep.
I think they're used to tourists coming and looking at them a lot, photographing. So as soon as we pulled up, they just turned their backsides towards us. Now all we can see is their furry bum. By the way, our new friends. Hi.
Naveen and Naglakshmi. They are from Bangalore, our hometown.
last part of our day here in Skye. We've just come out to this point called Neist Point. It's a beautiful sunset view. It's on a cliff. That behind us right there, all of that.
Pride Rock.
That's not Pride Rock. That's the western edge of Scotland. This is as far as it goes in Scotland.
So-
and right now it's about 4 p.m. but sunset time. I just come here exactly as the sun is going down behind the mountains. Those islands, by the way, we first thought it was Ireland, but it's not. It's just a bunch of other isles belonging to the UK, just out there.
It's 5 degrees outside and super cold. But the sunset view from here is amazing.
So we were just up there on that rock, and now the ledge has gone entirely dark. That's where we saw the little waterfall. And now we have to go into town.
And figure out where we're sleeping tonight.
I've never had this. There is something adrallu. This is protein wrap anta sigute.
We're having dinner in a camper van with our new friends.
Hello.
Hello.
We're just checking into a hostel. It's almost 10 p.m. This is shower and toilet. This is room by. We just checked into a hostel here and we have got these 2 bed for us, dorm beds. And for this we are paying a £38, which is approximately $50 or 4,200 Indian rupees. Luckily, it's a small room with 4 beds and 2 of them are occupied by us. And there is nobody else in the room for tonight, so it feels like a private room. It's almost 10 o'clock now, and we'll be checking out as early as maybe 7:30 in the morning. So it's literally for 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Crazy.
But this is the kind of prices you pay on the Isle of Skye, which is one of the rather more busy, rather more popular tourist destinations in the country. And this is what $50 buys you. 2 bunk beds. Which is still great because it's off season. During the season, apparently this goes up many times more. So just thought we'd show you the realities of what it's like to travel in the Western countries. This is the first of quite possibly, I don't know how many more instances where we might stay in these kind of hostels or hotels. So of course we share everything here, so we're doing it. By the way, our original plan was to sleep in the car, but the temperature has gone well under 0 and we can't really stand sleeping in. We can't really not stand. We can't just be in the car all night long. It's pretty intense. We're not really prepared for this kind of weather. And we don't want to risk it because we have quite a bit of driving to do before we get the car back to
We
London.
have a hike to do tomorrow and also a long car
Very
driving.
long drive.
Yeah.
The next 3-4 days are going to be a lot of driving. So Shish says we shouldn't do crazy things like sleep in the car. I say I agree for now, but maybe another day. Anyways, we'll see you in the morning. It's probably one of the earliest mornings I've begun in the UK. It's just after sunrise. We drove here in the wake of the dark
On Rosalina.
and came out here to
hike up this mountain. It's called the Old Man of Storr.
It's a 40-minute hike going upwards, and then there's a bunch of viewpoints along the way. So we came here because we only have a few more hours here on the Isle of Skye before we have to head back out. So we decided to do this at sunrise because it's one of those rare days in autumn when the weather is great, perfect for hiking. It's not raining today.
Yeah, I think we have gotten very lucky with the weather because both the days we were on Isle of Skye, it has been sunny. It has been windy, but that's manageable. Thankfully, it has not been raining.
Yeah. The views so far have been incredible. just run into a flock of sheep. They're grazing right there. We have just made it to the old Man of Storr.
Right there.
It's a pretty big rock. In Norse, this actually means that it's prominent. The name came because of a folklore that says that there's a Nordic god who actually sleeps here, and it's a thumb that's sticking out or something like that. But it's a pretty cool looking rock. On the other side, there's another rock called the Needle Rock.
Yeah.
That's this one. Also an interesting shape. But the views from up here, very nice. That's the North Sea right there, the Atlantic Ocean. And finally hidden from the sun. The sun is really strong right now, but it's still like really cold.
Wow. There's water on all the sides. I didn't expect to have this view. I thought it was the only way we would get was the view of the store and the needle pin, but this is nice. We just stopped at a supermarket and picked up this can of Indian tikka masala curry sauce and tortilla wraps. And this combination, I must say, is yummy. It worked out even better than the meal deals at all the supermarkets. This was 1.2 pounds, and this, for 6 of them, big ones, it was 1.8 pounds. And we can have this like at least for 2 meals. We're so hungry, we have already finished half of our meal. We're just sitting in the car parking lot here at the supermarket. That's the supermarket. And we're just finishing up, and then I think once we're done, we will head out of Isle of Skye.
We have to get to this little town called Fastburn, which is quite close to Glencoe, a very popular touristy town we've heard. We're also going to be spending a night in a little cottage. We just discovered a big herd of Highland cows, Scottish Highland cows, probably oxes too. Oh, they're so hairy. They
They're
have big
fluffy, hairy.
That's what the cold does to you in this. We have found Highland sheep. No.